You know, we usually think of internet traffic as a great thing, right? More visitors, more customers, more engagement. But what happens when that very same traffic gets turned into a weapon? Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and disruptive cyber attacks out there, the digital deluge known as a DDoS attack.
So just imagine this for a second. Thousands, maybe even millions of computers all trying to connect to a single website at the exact same time. Now, the goal here isn't to steal your data. It's to create absolute digital chaos and to bring an entire system crashing to its knees.
So what do we actually call this kind of digital assault? Well, this coordinated attack has a very specific name, and believe me, it is a massive headache for anyone trying to keep a service running online. It's called a DDoS, which stands for Distributed Denial of Service Attack. And honestly, the name tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Distributed means the flood of traffic comes from tons of different sources all at once. And denial of service, well, that's the whole point. To make a website, a game, or any online service totally unavailable for its actual users.
The easiest way to picture it is like a digital flood. Think of a server as a single doorway. It can only let so many people through at one time. A DDoS attack is like sending a million fake visitors to cram into that doorway all at the same instant. Of course, it gets clogged, and then no one, not even you, a legitimate user, can get in. The system just buckles under the pressure.
So, how in the world does a single attacker get thousands of different machines to work together like this? It's not magic. It's actually a pretty methodical three-step process for building a powerful digital army.
It all starts with something called a botnet. First, an attacker secretly infects thousands of everyday devices. We're talking computers, smart cameras, maybe even your smart fridge, with malware. These devices become what are known as zombies or bots. Next, the attacker uses a command and control server to take charge of this entire network of zombie devices. And then, with just a single command, they can order the whole botnet to unleash a tidal wave of fake traffic at one single target. Just like that, a weapon is born.
And get this, not all DDoS attacks are created equal. You've got volumetric attacks, which are the most common. That's the brute force data flood we've been talking about, designed to just clog the pipes. Then you have protocol attacks. These are a bit smarter. They exploit the very rules of internet communication to drain a server's memory. But the most sophisticated ones, those are application layer attacks. They are so sneaky they can actually mimic real human behavior to try and slip past a website's defenses.
Now, this isn't just some technical problem that only IT departments have to worry about. Oh no, these attacks have very real, very disruptive consequences that can impact all of us by targeting the services we count on every single day.
Just think about it. Banks can get knocked offline, which means you can't access your money. E-commerce sites can be shut down right in the middle of a huge sale. Your favorite online game could suddenly become unplayable. Even critical government services can be taken right off the map.
Yeah, we've all seen a message like this before, and it is so frustrating. But during a DDoS attack, this isn't just some temporary glitch. It's deliberate sabotage, and it's designed to cause the most disruption possible.
For any business or organization, the consequences are a nasty 1-2 punch. First, every single minute of downtime means lost revenue. But maybe even more damaging in the long run is the loss of trust. If your service is seen as unreliable, your users will eventually just go somewhere else. Okay, so the threat is very real. The situation can feel a little chaotic, but here's the good news. It is not hopeless. There are some incredibly powerful and effective ways to fight back against this digital flood.
I mean, just look at this. The difference that protection makes is literally night and day. An unprotected system, it gets completely overwhelmed and knocked offline, just like that. But a protected system, it can analyze all that incoming traffic, filter out the malicious stuff, block the bots, and absorb the attack, all while keeping the service online for the real users.
So how's it done? Well, it's a defense-in-depth approach. Organizations use advanced firewalls that are specifically designed to spot these suspicious traffic patterns. They use something called rate limiting, which basically stops any one source from sending way too many requests. And, most importantly, many of them now rely on specialized cloud services built to soak up and neutralize even the biggest attacks before they ever reach their destination.
So, why should all of this matter to you? Because DDoS attacks strike right at the heart of one of the most fundamental principles of cybersecurity, and really the internet itself. In the cybersecurity world, there's this core concept called the CIA triad. It stands for confidentiality, which is keeping data secret,
integrity, making sure data isn't tampered with, and availability, making sure you can actually get to your services when you need them. A DDoS attack is a direct brute force assault on that last one, availability. It really boils down to a very simple truth. If you can't access a service, it might as well not exist. Availability is the absolute foundation of our digital lives. If you don't have that, nothing else really matters.
And that is the key takeaway here. These digital floods are a constant threat, for sure, but they are not unstoppable. Understanding exactly how they work is the critical first step toward building a stronger, more resilient digital world for all of us. Because the first step to stopping any threat is always to understand it.